Hey y'all, welcome to Nat Grace Revelations. This is Tarot Tia. This is going to be a collective read. Pisces is standing out. I heard pathetic, flat out. That Piscean energy has been pathetic, especially because they've been making fun of their own family, friends, and associates. Kind of being very messy amongst their own family, friends, and associates in different ways and making everyone uncomfortable because of it. They have this very arrogant, entitled energy. No matter the sign here, it's very arrogant, it's very entitled, like kind of desperate to be the center of attention, the top dog, the one and only, but they're forcing that energy, or almost like kind of like forcing people out of a social circle, out of a group, out of an environment to be able to maintain this attention. And it's seen. You can tell that this person seen, son, Sean, Shan, Shane, anything like that. You can tell that they're obsessed with being mean, rude, or aggressive to other people. They're very jealous of other people. And it seems like there's an entity here who's okay with isolating themselves, distancing themselves socially, because they can feel the hate, feel the envy, they can feel this negative energy, evil eye being sent their way. And the truth is undeniable. You know what I mean? It's like even others are starting to see how jealous and hateful or envious this person is. And that's why they've been sat on ice. They've been put on the back burner in the lives of the people who would have loved them unconditionally. You know, they've been very manipulative, shady, socially, and now the drama and conflict is something that they have to deal with because these other parties don't really care. You know, it's like, this person is not about to fight or be a part of BS or nothing like that when they aren't welcoming it into their lives, or they're not in that type of space. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, no, don't nobody need your friendship, these connections, your approval, your validation, these relationships on any level, work, family, friend, or romantic. So in my opinion, the heart chakra is closed off to these people or to this person, and they kind of are in disbelief because they're so used to being mean, malicious, jealous, and fake that they assume that they can just get away with acting like this and everybody will accept it, but they're not. Aquarius is here, Libra is here, Gemini is here. So the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energies, they are so phony and two-faced, you know. But it's like this, I heard menacing, right? It's like whatever they're doing it's very it's to target other people in different ways, but they're cyber stalking, they're spying through fake accounts. They're being, I heard, sociopath. They are a weirdo, but it's almost as if like they want to see what's going on in the lives of the same people or person that they're talking very negatively about. So that's what I think is the weirdest part, especially if there's male, meal, mal, like a Malik is a factor, Malia or Malik, Melissa, Mali, Melly, Millie, anything like that. They're spying on this person. But it's like they're spying on them now because they feel bad for the way that they've talked about them or have treated them in the past. But this other entity, this other party, is not holding on to any of that because they do not care. So it's like, I don't care what you got to say about me, how you feel about me. Like, bitch, I don't gotta hang with you, kick it with you, skate with you, nothing. Like, get up out of here. Like, hate me from over there. You feel me? Stop trying to hate me and still be close to me. Stop trying to hate me and still have conversations with me. Stop trying to hate me and still do business with me or benefit off of me in any type of way, period. Because that's what they're doing. They're dick riders, but they're trying to kind of like make it seem like they don't see this person. They don't know this person. You feel me? But the proof is coming out. Like they're ashamed or embarrassed because they've been talking crazy about somebody who they actually have been watching, who they actually have been invested in. You know what I mean? In some type of way. And it's lame. Like, how you gonna talk shit about them but still try to be their friend? How you gonna talk shit about them and still try to do business with them? Period. Like, this is lame. Misa, Musa, Mins, Mans, anything like that. They know what they're doing. They're emotionally unstable, and now they feel like they're the only one who's left out in the cold because people are looking at them like, do you realize that you're the only person who's not being friendly, the only person who's left out, the only person who doesn't get along with this person or these people, or the only person who this person is not fooling with? Period. Because they know how genuine this energy is. So trying to make them feel emotionally unstable in any type of way is crazy. Like, get up out of here. That's why they feel like they need to be protected from these people or this person, because these people or this person has been a bully. You know, they thought that teaming up on this person, here it is again, will be able to tear them down, tear down their confidence, tear down their brand, their business, or this very firm foundation that they built for themselves, even if it's in the form of a romantic relationship, you know. But they're around trustworthy people, or they have people around them who trust them, you know, and that's why they're protected from these people or from this person. So it just feels like all this hate and jealousy is about to cause this person's life to fall apart, you know, and causing them to possibly go through like a mental breakdown, or for their personal relationships to fall apart in different ways. But it's because of their own dark energy, the own dark magic that they've been practicing, or this evil eye that they've been sending to other people, you know. People can tell that they're a hater, and that's why they're getting cut off. Mans, mince, means, mince, anything like that. Moosey, musey, moose, anything like that. The right boundaries are in place, but it's because of a very protective energy. Mans is what keeps coming to me. Her niece, my niece, me niece, my niece. Yeah. So it's time to step into this divine feminine energy, or to welcome this divine feminine energy into this equation, into your life, you know, because it feels like things have been uncomfortable for so long that being cared for is necessary. You know, somebody kind of seems like they haven't been able to trust possibly maternal energies in their life. Moms, sisters, aunties, daughters, girlfriends, wives, whatever. Like, they've had some type of trauma has been connected to these maternal energies, and now they're manifesting their way out of these connections, or out of this trauma, you know, because that relationship or these relationships have caused them to isolate. It's caused them to cut everybody out of their life, and it's pushed them into a very dark place, you know. But now they're carrying a lot of trauma or pain that has to be worked through, because they're realizing that they're still angry, or they're realizing that they're mean, you know, and they want to be kind, they want to be nurturing, they want to be seen as a more positive energy, but they're a bully. So it's like, you need to work on yourself, or they're realizing that they have core problems that are tied into maternal issues. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like they're trying to pretend that they're perfect, pretend that there's nothing wrong with them. But in reality, there's something wrong with them that is tied into a maternal energy, you know? And they have to finally accept the truth about that. Like, they may have had like a maternal figure who was a deadbeat, or that was running in and out of their life, or possibly like a wife or girlfriend that was cheating on them constantly. Fake sisters, siblings in general, just fake energy. You know what I mean? Inconsistent energy, that type of stuff that is tied into this maternal energy. So they seem like they've lost their mind, or something has happened to where they have lost like the ability to connect emotionally with others because of this lack of maternal care, the lack of maternal assistance, something like that. This maternal energy's presence being in their life. So this neglect, or whatever this is, seems like it's kind of like turn this energy very hard, very tough, or push them into their masculine energy. So they are very aggressive, very mean, very rude, very disrespectful. And it's time to get out of that energy. You know, it's almost like they refuse to accept that they're mean. They refuse to accept that they're a bitch for real, but they are. And it feels like they're very mean, rude, and disrespectful to other feminine energies, because they are neglecting their own, rejecting their own, or afraid to kind of like embrace their own femininity. You know, man or woman. That's what I have here. Jasmine is what I keep hearing. So it feels like a blockage is here on the heart chakra, but this blockage again is coming from something that's tied into this person needing love. They should have received love that they feel like they have not gotten, or there's a need to kind of like open up to the energy of love, but they're so defensive towards real love, genuine love, because they don't know what it looks like. You get what I'm saying? They did not receive this from the maternal figures in their life, or the maternal figures in their life are a really big factor in the reason that they're sad, you know? So it just feels like there's a potential to lose very healthy relationships here. But it's because this person does not believe that people can be authentic, pure, or genuine, you know? So they're pushing everything or everyone away through aggression, through this very toxic, mean energy. But again, it's like this is how their mother treated them, so this is how they act. This is how their siblings act and treat them, so this is how they act to other people. You get what I'm saying? It's like a generational curse or cycle that has to be broken because the history just keeps repeating itself over and over and over and over. But this person is not realizing that they are the problem. You know, their attitude, their temperament, and possibly their upbringing has been a very big problem. You know, so their descendants are starting to reflect the trauma, the pain that they have experienced, um, or they are pushing that trauma, that pain onto their descendants. And they didn't ask for this stuff. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like they think they're perfect. They see themselves as perfect, like, and they're not perfect at all. They have maternal issues that they're trying to cover up. They're trying to sweep under the rug. They're refusing to acknowledge. And these issues are coming out in their descendants, you know, or the problems. They're taking out their problems on their descendants in some type of way. Rana, Raina, Rena, Ron, Ren, Ran, Ray, Re, Rye, anything like that. So it just feels like there's this cycle, this curse that has been broken or that will be broken, especially over the next 5 months. You know, the month of January is really standing out. 50, 51, 5, 1, something like that. But it feels like it's like them finally realizing that they are the problem. They are realizing that they have a problem, you know? And this maternal figure is the root of their problem, or this connection that they had with their maternal figure has influenced them in such a negative way that it's time for them to be the change. You know, they have such a negative influence and such a competitive energy, or again, they constantly are influencing people to be fake, to be phony. I heard to be trashy. So I don't know how that's going to resonate, especially if there's an Ari or Aubrey, Abri, Ab, AB, Abby, Ebby, EB, anything like that. This person is influencing disconnects and emotional instability, resentment. You know, they are the influence. So the reason this person is a hater or jealous or these people don't get along or whatever is because of this maternal figure or the maternal figure's influence, you know. They had a potentially a maternal figure who refused to kind of like acknowledge their wrongs, so they don't acknowledge their wrongs. They had a maternal figure who was very manipulative, especially over money and attention. So they are like that too. You get what I'm saying? They had a maternal figure who perceived their own family, friends, associates in the same sex as competition in some type of way. So they act like that too. And it's almost like nobody wants to admit that their parents aren't perfect. You know what I mean? But those who have healed, you know, can acknowledge the fact that our parents are flawed. You know, there's nothing wrong with them. They were learning as they were growing also, you know, so they only did the best that they could with the information that they were given when they were raised. You get what I'm saying? And that's how generational trauma works. But as we are moving further into the age of Aquarius, it's a time of enlightenment, awakening. You know, the word the heart chakra is starting to kind of become more active. The energy of love is very active on this realm. That's why people think that our kids are soft or they're sensitive or they're spoiled or, you know, whatever. But it's not that. Their heart chakras are active. You know, they are born closer to the spiritual realm and they're living through their spirits versus this physical what would you call it, like this program that has been established. You know, like the older generations were very, very programmed, but as these generations as time progresses, these generations are awakening. The younger generations are awakening to their true selves and not living through this matrix, you know. So they are cool with connecting with people from different backgrounds and different races, and they have different interests and are not so boxed in like older generations were. You know what I mean? That's why they're like, they'll quit jobs quick. Like if they're not happy in a job or being mistreated, they will quit so quick, you know, versus, you know, older generations, they're like, I worked my job for 30 years. And it's like, and you were miserable as hell. Like, what the fuck? Like, okay. You feel me? Like, we're not doing anything that makes us unhappy, that makes us miserable, not staying in relationships, partnerships on any level, work, family, friend, or romantic, that make us miserable, because we are thriving through the energy of love. And those that do not understand that, they look at us as if we are chaotic. But it's not that. It's just that they don't love. They don't have love inside themselves, or they were never taught how to love because their ancestors were not living through the frequency of love. You know, they weren't living through a pure energy. So it's just kind of, you can see the divide taking place, to where these people have grown up so competitive and just rude and constantly gossiping about other people or whatever, but they're a reflection of their ancestors. And it's time to break those cycles, you know? So there's a great divide taking place between the ones who are breaking these generational cycles, these curses, this leaving this dark energy behind, breaking out of their programming, all of that, and the energies who kind of are unaware that they are programmed, you know, or refuse to accept that they're flawed or that their ancestors were flawed. It's like, just because that's how you were taught to do things doesn't make it right, or just because that's how your ancestors did it doesn't mean that that's the only way or the right way. You feel me? It's time to like learn from other cultures. It's time to learn from the energy of God. You feel me? Move into the frequency of love, because that if we are not moving through love, we are simply moving through hate or fear. You get what I'm saying? I won't even say hate. It's the energy of fear. And these people are afraid to get close to others, but they're afraid to get close to others because their ancestors lived through fear. You get what I'm saying? We're thriving because we live in a frequency of love. Thank you so much.